We are live. Hopefully, the hotel Wi-Fi is going to keep up with us. We do apologise for the
Midget Laws back here.
Midget Laws. The sound is probably terrible. The lighting's not great, but we've managed to make it live from Columbus.
We've just got back from the Pro-Am show. It's been a long, fun weekend, but happy that we came out. It's been a successful one too.
It's been a very successful one. So if you haven't seen already, Andrew Burton, Team Loz, just won the Pro-Am, which means he has qualified for next year. Yeah. So
that's pretty damn cool.
That is really, really cool.
Yeah, lost my voice now.
Yeah, yeah. But you've got the male Pro and Pro-Am winner this weekend.
Buddy.
How lovely, how lovely. We hope you all enjoyed the stream. We'll let we'll let more people join us. We literally just posted this up, as you all know. And yeah, we'll get talking about this year's Arnold.
Oh man, it's been a hell of a show, hasn't it?
It's been a hell of a weekend, to be honest. Yeah. It's exhausting. Like physically, it's a bit tiring, but like mentally and emotionally, it's exhausting, isn't it? When you're invested in people and you care, and you know, it's it's draining. Yeah. Very, very
See
draining.
who is in the chat, Lizzie.
Let's have a look then. So, yay, there's a live this week. Yes, we're here. Don't worry. We were hoping to be able to, but we couldn't commit to a time until we knew what time we finished.
We wanted to make sure we stayed for the last event of the Pro-Am.
Yeah.
Which was a interesting one. Max keg load.
They had they had a lot of issues yesterday. So the Pro-Am was only yesterday and today. And yesterday it overran massively. The amount of athletes, classes, etc. So that was all the prelim stages when there were many, many more people competing. It overran massively. So they had to cut events. There were some issues with equipment. They had to change events. So the athletes, everyone competed under the same conditions.
Of course.
Everyone was disadvantaged in the same way, in as much as they, had suddenly had an event that they hadn't trained for. It was an axle for reps, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but today went much smoother. They ran on time, didn't they? Right, let's have a look. Look at the comments. Hey guys, hey Michelle, hey Lynx.
Toby's Monica's in there. Toby did great at his comp yesterday. Well done, buddy.
Monica presumably joining us live Monica. From Columbus.
No, I think Monica and Megas have gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fair weather. Fair weather. Strongman fans. Hi, Loz. Hope you're doing well. Mitch did awesome, says Jeremy Parker.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Let's go. Mitch looked amazing. Who was most surprising this weekend? That's a good question.
I think I was very impressed with Lucas Hatton. Not surprised, because I actually expected Lucas to win 2 events, so that wasn't a surprise. However, his improvement in some of the other events was tremendous, and he is legitimately one of the best guys on the planet.
Oh, yeah. And his performance in some of the events that we just didn't know how he would do, because we haven't seen him do
Austin
them.
As well. He was
Austin's stone at the end. That was one of the highlights for me. That was really, really cool finish, and got him into 4th place, which is incredible.
I was really proud of Andrea and all my girls, to be honest.
Yeah.
But just, when you know what they go through.
Yeah.
Rebecca, and Erin, all 3 of them did amazing.
Yeah, they did. They did the absolute best that they could on every event. They all PB'd on the deadlift, didn't they? Yeah. It was
5 athletes of mine all PB'd on the elephant bar deadlift.
Really? 5 of them? Bobby Mitch also? Yeah, wow. There you go. If you have deadlifting issues, there's your coach. Best Arnold's ever, says no. The general consensus, obviously talking to the organisers, everyone's really happy with it, aren't they?
It was a great show.
Yeah, I really liked the event. I thought the Big Jerk was such a huge success. And I was worried about it with setup, refereeing, time constraints. But it was so exciting.
And it was so
good. I know. Yeah, because so many of the guys in particular,
they were getting better and better. And
every rep
build up pressure situations, and the athlete would respond. And I was
the amount of times the 4th rep looked like the best rep. On my behind the scenes video, I'm just laughing at people's 4th attempt because it's so good.
Yeah,
it's like that. Thor's 237 or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Where did that come from?
It was exciting.
It was really exciting. Sorry, I'm excited swearing.
Toby says Jack's log speed rep was crazy impressive.
It's hard to believe.
I obviously coach Jack in person. I see what he does every single day, and I know how good he is at log, and didn't. The problem was the jumps were set, so the jump up from 208 was 216 kilos.
Yeah.
And as it was only 3 attempts, I didn't want him to risk that. But watching the 208, he could have got
I think
it.
it was there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe
I think
that
he's
was
on
208.
I think now he's at a point where he could push Luke and Hicksey for the British record.
Yeah, totally agree. What a show it was. Hathel's pressing, very impressive.
Hathel's pressing, much more improved from last year.
How's the hangover, Liz? It's all right, actually. I'm not really hungover. I'm just so tired. But we did drink a lot. I was hammered. I was absolutely wasted.
It's more the lack of sleep. Like it's 3 nights in a row, really, where we haven't got much sleep just because of jet lag, and then last night because of
drinking.
Yeah. And then we've just been up early, up late, working.
Yeah.
So,
it's just a lot, isn't it? Yeah. What would it have taken for Hatton to tie events-wise? Was it actually as close as it looked?
No, it wasn't as close as it looks because Mitch knew what he needed to do.
Yeah.
So
he needed one rep on the heavy stone.
One stone to secure it. He went for 2 just to kind of be clear.
Yeah.
But like he could have done a 3rd, and that would stretch it away again.
Yeah.
Mitch is always looking to be in the lead going into the last event, and then he likes to just do what he has to do rather than have to go first and go flat out.
Absolutely. Loz and Jerry on the mic was phenomenal.
Thank you very much. It's always fun working with Jerry.
Yeah.
It's just like 2 old dudes that used to be good at it.
Spectator seating was much improved this year. That's good to hear. Is Andrew okay? Yeah.
She's okay. Yeah. She's happy with how she did. She's had a bicep issue and she's not great in the stone shoulder, so she kind of skipped that. But and she didn't want to go home with an injury, so that's one of the reasons she skipped it. But her performance, she was unbelievable. Really proud of her. Great job,
Liz and Lars. Love the behind the scenes and congrats to your athletes. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Rocker, great comp. Inez was unbelievable. She really was. She's such an incredible athlete.
She's unbelievable. She's just really evolved over this last year. And she's the number 1 in the world right now.
Yeah. Tim with a super chat. Thank you, Tim. Congrats, Coach Loz and all of Team Loz this weekend. I hope everyone's doing well.
Thank you very much, buddy. And congratulations to you guys who just had a baby.
Oh, yes, of course. Because this time last week we went live. She was in labour, wasn't she? We were all coaching her through it. How nice. Hey, Liz and Loz. Sarah saying, hope you had an amazing time. It's been an incredible competition.
We have had a great time.
Yeah, we have. It's been so much fun. Liz Magnus needs a review of yesterday. Magnus WhatsApped me on Friday, like asking how he did refereeing wise. I was like, I need to know exactly what you refereed to be able to give you a full report. Tell him I'll message him, Monica. Was waiting for you to go live to discuss this amazing show. The women. How is Bobby's head doing?
He's a little bit concussed, actually.
Oh, actually, is he? Oh, shit, sorry.
He took a hell of a whack to the back of the head.
Yeah.
And he had he's got issues with his feet at the moment. That's been causing him ongoing problems.
Yeah.
So we just need to kind of reassess and figure out what's going on with Bobby, get him sorted. But he started great. That deadlift that he did was unbelievable. But unfortunately, he's not sure himself, but he thinks the foot issue that he has, he's got bolts in both feet. Over time, it's caused issue. So like, it's causing his feet to like roll out. And then there's the connection of the muscles ongoing up to the hips that have been causing him some issues.
Well, you think the kind of weights that he lifts as well, I bet it was never designed to sustain that weight.
The force that he's having to put into some of these lifts is causing these issues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they're live from the car. Have to be back to pick up the kiddo when she returns to be ready for work tomorrow. Oof.
Hope you guys have a safe journey home.
Yeah. Austin's 4 stone lifts were crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Austin was great. Yeah.
Superb.
Lucas and Austin showed real professionalism. Cannot wait to see them at every big show.
Yeah,
what a great addition! Like
they are what we need to continue doing and giving opportunities to new athletes.
Yeah,
because
they're
two
proof,
superstars.
Yeah, proof that there's so much talent out there, and we just need more opportunities for more people. Definitely. What's your favorite lift from the comp? What favorite lift from the comp?
Andrea's deadlift. Her PB at 304.
Yeah, that was good.
I believe if she had a bit more time between attempts, she might have got that 311.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But it was just.
She got it above the knee.
Yeah, I know. she just was rushed a little bit in terms of going back out, but she did amazing.
Yeah. Where are we? Dennis with the super chat. Thank you, Dennis. Biggest star this weekend was Loz the pundit.
Thank you very much, Dennis.
I thought the events, the weight for the men's events were perfect. If anything, the frame might need to be made a little bit heavier. The drag is hard to get the weight right, but I thought it was just right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job with the weights. I always worry about a new event like the drag because we've seen issues with like certain similar type events before.
Yeah.
But it looked just about right, I think.
Yeah, really hard but not
doable.
Yeah, and a good separation in terms of performances and finish times.
It wasn't
and
just like a flat race.
No, with like just seconds separating the pack.
Yeah.
Will with a member's comment, "Hey Loz, you are gigantic in person." There you go.
You get that quite a lot. People think because I'm sat here like a little midget.
I was going to say, just
really short and tiny, but
in the chair that's just been
still a good-sized human being.
You are still a full-sized human. Big Jerk should have kept going. It would have been fun, but they did have quite a schedule to stick to, didn't they? In terms of broadcast and time in the area and everything else.
I'm with Toby there. I wanted to see it keep going.
Yeah. Thor's overhead looking much better. It really did. It was much better. Love the access rope Gibbs. Where are we? Big Jerk should have been going to. You can't. That was the initial intention, wasn't it?
Yes.
But realistically, with 10 men, 12 women, unlimited attempts with every single jump, it would have taken a long time. It would have. But we'd love to see it. And like we were begging Jan, we were like, Jan, you have to bring it back. But she was super happy with how it went to. So watch this space. Hey, look, Victor's here. Always divisive. Hi, Victor. No, I'm joking. Where are we? Drag was my least favourite event, but having 6 events made up for it. That's 6.
I like that there was no just bullshit events. Sometimes there's a bullshit.
Yeah. Loves great punditry this weekend. Really enjoyable coverage. Big fan of Jerry Pritchett's profanity and the silence afterwards. Was he swearing?
He swore, and I think me and Sean were like, "You just say that?"
What did he say?
He swore.
Oh, okay. Tell me after. Well, my funniest, because this isn't the first time. When was it at the Strongest Man on Earth when Maxime fainted and Jerry just went, "Oh shit!"
It was a very similar situation.
Okay. So funny. I love Jerry.
He's great.
He is great. Hatton looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Pitchy saying, thanks guys for the coverage. It's insane how Mitch is always able to perform every time he delivers. I can't understand how this is possible.
He's a champion for a reason. These great champions can. You look at like sporting greats, they just manage to perform under pressure.
Yeah. Get Jack to the world log lift champs this year.
That's what we need to do. That's where he deserves to be, I think.
I think based on recent performances, because if you think of like peak Hicksy and Luke in terms of log lift numbers, that would have been around about 2020.
Yeah.
Tom's close with 210, but I would say Jack is probably next in line in terms of like the best British log lifter. Would you say?
Yeah, he's not lost a log lift in I couldn't go back how far it's been since he didn't beat on log.
Yeah. Excellent show around, great variety of events. Show based the toys well, but early deadlift max isn't good every year. Yeah, I would like to see, like, if they still want a max deadlift, I'd like to see some variation in the deadlift. I'd love to see an elevated one. The Hummer tire.
It'd be cool to see the Hummer tire. I know the reasons why they can't. It's due to
sponsorship and equipment. Yeah. Well, Rogue can make their own Hummer tire. Come on, Rogue, let's see it. I bet it's silver and shiny and lovely. What do Lucas and Mitchell have in common? Quads.
They both have some quads on them. Jesus.
Thank you, Marcus, for the super chat. It was a hell of a show. I would have loved to see Thor pull the 501. I'm very sad for Tom. Do you guys know more of what happened to him?
I don't think there's anything happening to him. He just didn't perform. And day 2, he was actually a lot better.
He had better events day 2 overall anyway.
We started to see some passion from him. I think his deadlift went bad and his head went down.
Yeah, a little bit. But Nathan was saying to me he was feeling a bit battered as well after day one. So I don't think anything happened in terms of an injury, but it just wasn't the best comp for Tom.
I mean, day one, all 3 performances were down on what he's done in the past.
Yeah.
But he picked himself up, and day 2 was better. But if you had a bad start, you're not getting yourself back into it.
Not when when they're so consistent as well. Alex here, can't join live, but hell of a show. Thank you for the comment. Members comment. Mitch needed 1 rep on the heavy stone or 3 on the lighter. That was stressful out back with him because he wants to know exactly what he needs, obviously.
Yeah.
But first off, because we could have sworn it was split times, and then we were told no, it's not split times. We're like, what? So we had to redo all of the math.
I do think, I know there's a lot of complaints about the rules and stuff, and there's always things that need addressing with rules.
Yeah.
Just some little silly, pointless, confusing things going on.
Yeah, with like crash pads and stuff like that. I find that frustrating.
Yeah, like having to put it in a box or on a crash pad or chalk issues and stuff like that. So things that are so irrelevant, it just is a bit silly.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was refereed well.
Yeah. A couple of interesting calls, I think. But, where are we? Wish they improved the audio so we could hear the athletes when they held a mic. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the dominant. So,
okay, so the mic is the only mic they have is the one going out to the house.
Yeah, out to the audience.
Yeah, that's always a problem.
Yeah, and we can't hear it very well from backstage either because it's going all that way. I agree, Loz and Jerry, the most amazing commentators in all aspects. That's nice. I saw this person create quite a stir online. Who was the person in the blue shirt that looked like they just jumped in the final pictures? We were having that discussion at breakfast this morning, weren't we? The little guy. We don't know. He's someone
to do with Arnold.
He's maybe like a business associate, someone we genuinely just don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Brian with the members comment. My first pro show was incredible. What a great first pro show to go to.
Yeah, that was an awesome show.
Yeah.
Both the men's and women's comp were fantastic.
Yeah.
Inez's 160 jerk.
Oh, that was insane.
Super.
And she didn't even need it, but she just wanted it. She knew it was there all day. So, oh man. Should we talk about what's that? Hearing Andrea was the oldest competitor. It was crazy. She's so good.
She is, 42, Andrea is, and
oldest out of the men, aren't we?
Still going strong. We've had chats about sort of limiting the amount of comps that she does to sort of prolong her career, because we know she's capable, but when she has to do a lot of comps, her body takes a beating, and I think we need to be selective about the shows for her as well at this point.
Yeah, agree. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Great commentary, Lars. Did you speak to Tom or Luke about Tom's day one struggles?
I had a short chat with Tom. He just, it's just one of those days. He didn't say anything was particularly up or anything. Just didn't seem. He just seemed off in himself a little bit. That's all I can say. From seeing Tom the last couple of years, just seemed a bit quiet and.
Yeah. If you meet,
didn't have sometimes Tom has this look of hunger on his face.
World's Strongest Man.
You see that? I didn't see that. It just looked like he was just there because he had to be there.
Yeah. Where are we? So you're talking Strongman with Alec, he coaches Lucas and Inez and others. I feel like you two would have an entertaining chat. I don't know about that.
I would, yeah. I'd have a chat.
I wouldn't. I've been giving him shit all weekend. What do you think of Evan? Untamed strength who needs to learn to use some technique?
I think Evan is incredible in terms of genetic ability. I love his sort of warrior spirit.
Yeah.
I would like him to take criticism better from people that genuinely care and want to see him do well. He doesn't take criticism that well. That would be my biggest fault of him. But he's actually super talented and has what it takes to be up there with Mitch Hooper.
Andrea's here. Look. Didn't know you had a YouTube account, Andrea.
Where is she?
There, on the screen.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
There we go.
Someone will have to gift her a membership.
Yeah. I don't know that you can
Oh,
like send it somewhere specific. Lucas and Austin and Nick are not only great additions to the sport, but also fantastic additions to Strongman
totally agree.
YouTube.
Totally agree.
They are. Where are we? Queen Andrew in the house. Want to talk about that?
No, because
No, fair enough. Hades, thank you for the super chat. Why was there a 20-minute break between the women's and the men's jerk? If there were time constraints, all they had to do was add plates. I think they'd figured out exactly how long they expected it to take.
Yeah, so they run on a schedule, basically. So everything is set to go off at a time, and it's advertised to start at a certain time for people that have paid to come in and watch. So even when they're running early, they'll still wait till the announced time to start the next event.
Yeah, and I think they added that bit of extra time to their plans just to, in case it did run a little bit longer than anticipated. Do you think the top end of the frame run should be extended so competitors can safely go over the line? Yeah, definitely.
We actually mentioned this morning.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, at breakfast. Andrew should get an invite to the deadlift championships. 100%
Agreed. I totally agree.
Yeah. Will Andrew be competing at all this year, or just taking the year to get stronger and be ready for the Arnold Strongman Classic?
No, he'll still be competing in some other shows, but yeah, we had a quick chat. He's like, should I have a couple of weeks off? I said, you can have 1 week off. Then we've got training to do.
What's he training for?
He's got other comps later this year, but to be honest, in terms of getting up to that level, like Andrew's an awesome athlete. We still need to improve the top end strength, particularly on pressing and deadlift a little bit. So that's going to be a big priority for him over the next 12 months.
Yeah. Andrew for the World Deadlift Champs. Best commentary of any show I've listened to. You sounded great, Lars. How do we get that feedback to Rogue and the Arnolds? The show's way more enjoyable with you on the mic. Comment on their YouTube videos. Would be super helpful.
Yeah, really appreciate that.
So they've posted like the full day 1 and day 2 live streams. Just write in the comments there, and yeah, that's enough. I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how you'd get it directly to the people that make the broadcast, though. But we know that they do go back and read the feedback. Where are we? Beautiful weather. Oh, apparently people got sunburnt at Oxfordshire's strongest.
Really?
Crazy. Anything you would have changed about this competition?
There's always things that I look at and think can be better. Absolutely. And that goes for any competition. I see a lot of criticism online and stuff. And I don't think I've ever been to a comp where I don't think you could get something to improve on, especially if you want to keep the sport moving forward. I do think a couple of the rules are a bit silly. I would create more distance on that frame carry so it's safer at the top.
Yeah.
Because at the moment it's almost like you've got to run to the top and then you've got to stop quickly.
Yeah.
It's like you either go straight into it.
Yeah.
It can also be hard to see the line, I think, for the athletes.
The frame right out in front of you, out to the lip.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that frame done on the floor for maybe 20 meters.
Yeah.
Rather than the 12 or whatever it is up the ramp. That would be interesting to me.
Any idea what happened to the Rogue record breakers? I think with the addition of the strong woman, the strong woman competition, like they've prioritized adding that in over doing the record breakers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a question for Rogue, I guess, but there was just no announcement of anything, and then obviously
it was taken off the schedule.
It wasn't used. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't attracting much interest.
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of the time, it would just be the strong men and women that had competed that would do events.
Yeah, with a few extra people. Yeah. The Fat Man who rolls around in Cowper. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think Hatton can go for the axle and log world record?
I do. I think he's an amazing overhead lifter, and he's certainly, like we say, Jack should be invited. Lucas should 100% be invited.
Yeah, absolutely. Where does Andrade rank in the world now? Oh, I would have to sit down with some spreadsheets.
He's a top 10 for sure.
He was top 10 anyway. Yeah. I put him top 5 maybe. He was 4-foot strongest man on earth.
Yeah, he was, and he's very good at the heavier comps.
He is, yeah.
So, yeah, he's certainly one of the top guys in the world. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I think him, Trey, and Evan are all interchangeable.
Yeah, on their day.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right now, though, I'd put Austin up there as the most consistent of the three.
He has been, yeah.
When they've all been against each other.
Yep.
Alprez Cat, thank you for the super chat. Seeing Mitch win reminds me of the Z/Shaw era.
Yeah, he's super dominant right now.
Yeah, he's got 100% success rate at the Arnolds, including the 2 Arnold UKs he's done. So he's won 3 in Columbus, 2 in the UK.
It's so hard for him now because if he doesn't win, it's a bad day.
It's a bad day, yeah. Yeah.
If he came second, people would be like, "Oh, you're shit."
Yeah, your reign is over. You're done. You're
that actually is hard for someone like if you think of Mitch when he started, he's having loads of fun.
Yeah,
now
it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, it's harder for him because just people expect him to win, and he's got to be serious. But he just likes goofing around, like most of us do occasionally.
Yeah. Anthony, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you think Mitch's beard added to his lips? Beards are awesome. It added to his face and his overall image. I think it did.
I think it suits him.
I think it looks great.
I think it looks good on him.
Yeah. As does Sarah.
Yes, indeed.
Will Mitch be back next year?
I think so. Yeah.
No reason to think he won't be.
There's no indication that says any otherwise.
Yeah.
His next focus now will be World's Strongest Man, and we keep rolling.
Where are we? Do you think that Thor missed 501 due to the long rest break and opening too light? He had 31 minutes between his first and second attempt.
No, I don't think that's the reason he missed. I think people overthink things. The reason Thor missed is because right now he's not strong enough to do that lift. That may sound harsh, but he was attempting to do the greatest deadlift we have ever seen.
Yeah, raw.
So let's put that into perspective.
Yeah.
I think he was good enough to break the record on that bar.
Oh, definitely.
Wasn't good enough to do 501, and you could see that from the second lift.
Yeah.
As good as it moved, it needed to move more like the first lift.
Would Trey Mitchell be on the podium without the nerve issue? I mean,
how close were the points in the end? I can't remember.
Trey ended up in 5th place. He got 1 point on the timber carry this year.
I spoke to him. I spoke to his coach. It's something they just can't do anything about.
No, unfortunately.
So on a different day with a different event, sure, but ifs and buts.
Yeah. Cybernetic Strongman with us. What a comp that Arnold's was. Proper enjoyed watching it live on the stream. Lucas Hatton impressed me too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Look, there's Mitchell Hooper's mum, Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie.
Hello. Thanks for the live keeping us, Ashley and Peyton, company on our last leg of our drive home. I didn't realise you guys were going already.
I will see you guys soon.
Yeah, Loz will be. Bonnie, please look after him for me. No
She's already said I can go over.
I'll say Ashley's already got her hands full with a baby and Mitch. Where are we? First time to the Arnolds, and it was absolutely amazing. Big love for Big Liz from Iran. That's probably one for you, Lozzie. Autocorrect. The crash pads are probably to prevent athletes bouncing the stone back to their lap, like we've seen in the past. Oh, I don't think that's even on their radar, to be honest. Like, that was an anomaly. Yeah, no, it's there for safety, the crash mat, to stop it bouncing, rolling around or whatever. But if it hits and comes off, I just, I don't know. Every time I see the women compete, I get more and more impressed. You're all amazing. Special mention of Andrew's world record deadlift pull. Wow.
It got beat by Lucy.
Yeah.
But it was, and I love Lucy. I think she's amazing. But it was nice to push her.
Yeah, definitely.
Make her work.
Yeah.
That was, I think Andrew did amazing.
Yeah. Kind of like what Lucas did to Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Joshua, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Mitch or Thor will get 505 first?
I think Thor is closer at the moment. So I would say if Thor really wants to do it this year and there is talks happening, then I think Thor is still the man that's closest to being able to do it.
Yeah. Loz, could the athletes cope if the time between events would reduce, or were we just spoiled by the speed that Giants Live ran at?
It would be much, much harder for some of these guys if it was run at the speed of Giants Live.
Yeah.
These are heavier events.
Weights, yeah.
athletes come in big and heavy for the Arnolds. They know there's no like just events that you're just going to be able to do real quick and easy. So yeah, a shorter rest period would without question be much harder.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have seen such heavy lifts.
No, we wouldn't have. No, it would have taken away from the show and performances. What's with the no liquid chalk rule? I
have no idea. This is an old rule that is absolute bullshit. I've trained with. I've actually tested it through my grip many times. I'm like, because I was curious, am I any better with or without?
Yeah, of course.
It's bloody same.
Yeah. I think the problem is, I think there are some brands that are just really pushing what they're putting in their chalk. Genuine liquid chalk is the same. Just liquid chalk. Yeah.
But even then, like, it's such a minor thing to me.
Yeah. Reese, thank you for the super chat. Petition for last man standing overhead next year. That would be cool. It would be cool. You're my hero.
Speaking to Jan as well, the reason she wanted to do that event, she was thinking of doing an axle, but was so annoyed with the complaint that you always see about the belt cleans.
Yeah.
So she's like,
take the clean out
and let's see what people can do. And people have loved it.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah. I thought on the men's side we were going to get maybe, and this is not a shade at the referees at all, but oh god, we're probably going to see some questionable lifts. Hopefully it's not when there's so much at stake and lockouts and shit like that. But I thought it was perfect.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Just wanted to see more.
Yeah. That's nice. Lift Heavy Be Kind has become my favourite booth to visit. The Arnolds are so nice and treat you like family. That's nice. They're really nice family, aren't they? This has to be one of the best Arnolds of recent years. Loz and Liz, what was your high point of the weekend? Oh, high point of the whole weekend. Just trying to think, when did I cheer the loudest? I don't know, man.
I've got to say that last round on the men's overhead, I was going ballistic.
Yeah.
And just like everyone was just performing.
Yeah.
So it was like react to an amazing performance, and then someone else did it. And that was just brilliant.
Everyone's was great, wasn't it? Their last lift. Trey, man, he really surprised me. He's so good. Yeah.
Personally, super proud of Rebecca and Andrea, and for all my athletes, but there's reasons I'm particularly proud of those two.
Yeah.
Super proud of Andrew Burton, who just won the Pro-Am, which means he's now qualified for the Arnolds next year. Someone I coached or coach. That was pretty cool. Jack's 208 log, someone that I've coached since he's 15, and now seeing him at kind of these bigger stages, and, on the cusp of getting against the very best in the world, and on certain events he is one of the very best in the world. It makes me proud. So,
yeah.
Whose home gym would I steal?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Brian Shaw's home gym looks pretty damn good.
And for arm wrestling,
he's arm wrestling kit now. He's probably got the best home gym out of anyone I can think of. So, although I don't steal things, that would be who I would. I'd like to have his gym for sure.
Yeah. This came up the other year as well, but it's quite clearly states in the rules, but you don't put your head through, like there's no expectation to put your head through on an overhead natural stone. So it's just not even an issue or conversation.
There's a lot of people that are nitpicky with anything Mitch does.
Yeah, to be fair.
But, as a coach and as a fan, we can have opinions, but it's down to the referee's decision on a lift. I don't think Mitch can keep cheating his way to winning these competitions.
No.
Some people try to make out that happens.
Yeah. Brian, thank you for the super chat. First in-person show and loved it. We could feel the power and excitement in the crowd. There's so much to be said for the atmosphere at a competition. Like every time I see someone, and it doesn't matter who it is.
How many times suddenly the whole crowd
everyone's on their feet.
And that was, it's just happened a number of times. It was cool.
It's really cool. But every time I see someone hit a lift that I know they'll be so happy with, I get goosebumps all over. Like it just gives me chills. It's so exciting, isn't it? Oh, I love it.
Seeing that passion that comes across from the athletes.
I love seeing them scream. You know what I mean?
I know.
The raw, and yeah, I love it when it's a genuine.
And we saw it this weekend. There's guys
So
like hitting
many.
PBs, maybe only placing 9th or 10th or 8th, whatever.
Well, Nick's overhead is a great example. That was a fucking
reaction,
huge PB.
Huge PB. The reaction from him.
Yeah.
You get invested. You kind of feel pumped up yourself.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Ready to go lift something. Well, maybe not. Steady on. If Lucas isn't invited to World's Strongest Man at this point, there will be brights. He's already in. He's already in, isn't he?
What's that?
Lucas Hatton. He's already invited to World's Strongest Man. He's one of the 25 combatants.
Lucas Hatton is training for World's Strongest Man. He will be there. Yeah.
What an exciting addition. What's going to be really interesting is where does he get put in the groups? Because as per the whole World of World's Strongest Man and Giants Live, he wouldn't technically be a seed. You do not want to be the seed.
He's a problem.
He's going to be a massive problem. You don't want to be the seed that gets him in your damn group.
You don't want to be the guy that has a seed and Lucas Hatton in your group.
Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine? Nightmare.
And technically, they don't seed at Worlds.
Oh, sorry. Yes. A nickname for Lucas Hatton, Huggable Hatton. For God's sake. He does look like a Care Bear. He's got such a happy little face.
Does, yeah.
Joe, thank you for the super chat. Howdy, Loz. I ran into you backstage at the Pro-Am show last night, and it was nice meeting you, especially after 10 hours of loading weights. Oh.
Thank you, Joe.
And well done for working so hard.
Good job with the loading.
Yeah. Where are we? I haven't watched all of this, but it was the best Arnold I ever saw. So steady state. Loz is looking tiny next to Liz, but I have been hitting the gym. No, Loz, we're in very different chairs. We don't have two chairs the same.
Should we swap chairs?
No, because I would be even lower, and then you might be off the screen. Yeah, shout out to Jennifer Lars. Super impressed by her performance.
Did brilliant.
She was great.
Really good on the deadlift. That was impressive.
Yeah.
She did awesome.
Mm-hmm. Where are we? Alexandra, thank you for this. Oh, Alejandro, sorry, thank you. Texas has so much power.
Right now, it's the place that's producing the athletes.
Yeah, 3 of the men from Texas. Yeah, 4th place, 5th place, 9th place. But his first comp, and Nick did really good. Yeah.
Andrew Burton's from Texas as well.
Oh, he is, of course. Yeah, and he's just won the Pro-Am.
Yeah. Could be 4 of them next year.
4. Half the field almost. It would also be awesome to see money for the women's deadlift record. Yeah, it would have been nice to see a bounty announced. Additional prize money has been given, though, retrospectively. So, yeah, Lucy has been paid. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Based on current form across all comps, which athletes would you invite to next year's Arnold's? I don't think it's too early. We need this year first.
I'd invite the top 5 back from there.
Yeah, definitely. And then see how it goes for everyone else. Yeah. Joshua, thank you for the super chat. What happens to Trey on the frame?
It's a nerve issue that he has. So it's something kind of like, I think he had an injury years ago that's caused him this problem in that particular position. Because if you put, well, actually asking this, even with straps, it hurts him. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it's something he needs to address.
Yeah.
If they keep putting the frame back in. Because without the frame, he's a beast.
Dalton, thank you for the super chat. Hey, everyone. Wow, what a show. Both men and women performing amazing.
Yeah.
I saw another comment about some hate comments about head not being stuck through. We should point out not a single athlete at that competition complained because they read the rules and they knew heads didn't have to go through. So that's just someone who's not connected to the sport or the show who has a complaint, and it's irrelevant, to be honest. Do you think we will ever see a Masters or Legends group at the Arnold's like OSG?
Well, they have a Masters competition happening today, but I don't think you'll
see OSG. They said. So we have Masters at OSG. Oh,
we have Masters at
OSG. At the Arnold's like OSG. Oh, right. No, I don't think so.
I mean, they like I said, they do a Masters competition there.
Yeah.
I think it's still going on, actually.
Yeah.
But there's not going to be like a Masters like pro show.
This is a fun conversation. How high a level could Inez win against open weight men? England's, UK's, regional title level? Definitely not UK's.
Not UK, no, not even England's level.
No, no, because Kane
Actually,
Francis won that.
To be quite honest, I think she'd still struggle even like in an open man's competition. On certain events, like an overhead jerk, I think she could do pretty well.
Yeah.
But there's plenty of open strong men that can press 160.
Yeah.
180 even. You get guys that are, at open level comps, you see that quite regularly. And then deadlift wise, most of the guys in an open class would still deadlift more than her.
Yeah.
So yeah, as good as she is, she wouldn't compete against the men.
No.
Yes, she could at a very low level, but not against the strongest men.
Stevie Shanks in the house. Great to hear that Mitch will be back. I thought he was hinting that he was nearing retirement, spend more time with family in some of his interviews, which is understandable as he's a new dad.
Oh, I think he'll be busy this year in terms of competition. I think next year he'll still compete, but more just in the big ones.
Yeah. Super impressed by Nick. Definitely proved this weekend that he deserved that spot. He was great.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a huge jump from the amateur level to the Arnolds of all competitions. And we've said it already.
Like Austin, his training partner, his first comp was a Giants Live.
Yeah.
Which is big level.
Yeah.
But you've got guys that are beatable. Whereas you go in to the Arnolds, you PB on everything, and you still come, I think you came 9th in the end.
Yeah.
And one guy pulled out injured. So it just shows you the level of the Arnolds. You're against the absolute best of the best. All 10 of the guys in that comp could win normal internationals.
Oh, absolutely. So all you can do when you're there is your best on every single event. And he was great. If Lucas isn't a 1 seed, a repeat or something like a Bobby Thompson getting 5th in the group out of all athletes yet, not making it to final may happen again. Wow. Yeah, it could. Like, every group at Worlds is going to be hard this year. If you look at the confirmed names that we've got so far, there's going to be no easy groups. There's just no way to make an easy group because
there's going to be no easy groups. Every group will be tough.
Yeah, there's no filler anymore, Yeah. There's no, right, so we've invited everyone available who's not injured, blah, 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 blah. Let's see who came 13th at the Masters or something like that.
This year, cutting down to 25 athletes makes that even stronger.
Exactly, so, yeah, definitely.
There won't be any easy people.
Yeah. Jerry and Loz getting animated on the mic was amazing. But best commentating duo by far. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? It always helps when you get on so well with someone as well, doesn't it? And you've got that good back and forth.
I love Jerry because he's just no nonsense.
Yeah, he is.
Doesn't take any bullshit. Knows his stuff, and it's just fun to talk with.
Yeah. Happy to see Mitch win. I'm very impressed with Lucas Hatton's performance. Yeah, the reason for the slightly odd numbers on the I'm not sure. Is it because of the weight of the bar?
Is this the deadlift?
No, on the jerk.
I know on the deadlift it's because of the bar.
Yeah. And I know on the women's, I think they were planning to use like a ladies bar, which is 15 kilos. And then the women were like, no, because none of us have trained on one. So they're like, that's fine. We'll use the same bar then. So, but that explains why the jumps were the way that they were. Rich, thank you for the super chat. Did we talk stone press? Will we ever see consistent judging or sticking to the rules? I love Mitch, but body should have to be straight, as rules say. Which rules are you talking about?
I think the problem is with different objects, there are certain different rules.
Yeah.
And as fans, sometimes you're not sure what rules are being used for what lifts.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you guys should, and we can all have our opinions. I saw athletes that got away with things, athletes that didn't get away with things, athletes that were punished, athletes that were given chances.
Yeah.
Our job as coaches, as fans, is not to worry about that kind of thing. We can discuss it, absolutely. And I've said publicly, I think rules do need to be more standardized in strongman in terms of across the board. So I don't really care about like stupidly strict standard rules, but I do think from top to bottom level, there should be some continuity.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Because I think one of the issues is different comps have different rules, and then athletes forget that. Even referees forget that.
Yeah, because it's different every time. Yeah,
and I think that's our biggest problem in this sport. Rather than say, I would hate to see a stupidly strict set of rules like IPF powerlifting.
Yeah, God.
Where you fail a lift for not taking the hoop off your finger.
Yeah, really takes the fun out of strongman.
Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it entertaining, but have these are the basic rules. Let's follow them.
The rules on the stone press, just so you know, because it's such a dangerous overhead lift, they are a lot more lenient than any other overhead.
I'm going to tell you why they're lenient with a stone press, and if anyone has ever pressed a stone, you will understand. If you haven't, you don't have a clue. It's not like a barbell. But a lot of the stones are different shapes, so sometimes they're very extremely narrow, so you cannot press and get like your head full. Like even here, I can't. This is like restricting me. So I need to kind of be able to bring my hands out there to lock out properly.
Yeah.
But when that stone is having to be forced squeezed as well, the control to hold that overhead, you could be 160, 180 kilo strict presser. 120 becomes super hard.
Yeah.
And you're holding a stone, not a bar. So if you slip with that and you're trying to put your head through, don't know where the stone is, that can whack your head and
it could kill someone.
It could. So they have to use some common sense in these events.
It's a moment of locked.
Yeah. The referees wanted to see Mitch pressed out and holding it secure for a second. He did that. The referee was happy. He got the down signal.
Yeah. Do you mind taking this for just very quick?
Yeah, no problem.
You can do it, lovely. I believe in you.
I am. I'm climbing up here. Will Max be out of comp this whole year because of the bicep tear? I spoke to Max. It looks like a muscle belly tear rather than a tendon tear, which is much, much better in terms of quicker recovery. And I'm sure we'll see him back later this year. What happened to Andrea? Andrea did great. She just decided to skip the last event because her bicep was hurting her, and she really struggles with that last event anyway, so she didn't expect to get any points. She kind of knew the risk of not doing it would mean she'd drop off the podium, but she wants to be able to get straight back into training, and the other 5 events she did fantastic, so super proud of Andrea this weekend. Skinny strong. I must say, Auntie Liz, I swear the Fit Jeans post on Insta and you looking absolutely cut. Amazing job in the gym. Loz, you're lucky. Did you hear that, Lizzie?
What's that?
Someone giving you some nice compliments and telling me I'm lucky. And I agree.
Cheers. Thanks.
People looked in incredible shape. Couldn't believe how jacked he was. Great job, Uncle Loz. Thank you. I can hear my voices.
I enjoy your channel immensely.
Thank you very much, Al.
Thank you. It's so nice the amount of people that stop us to tell us that as well. It's
really
so
nice.
It's nice. Where are we? Do you think of how fired up Thor seemed at Arnold's and his comments about maybe returning to World's Strongest Man? We could see an absolutely stacked World's Strongest Man this year.
I think it's possible.
I think it's possible. Like, you didn't hear it from us, but we think it's possible. Definitely, yeah. Which would be, yeah. Groups are nothing but seeds. Full of seeds. It's like a garden. Did Evan have something on his Instagram saying he was getting tired of this shit? I know he had a post about it not being fun anymore. And I think that's Evan saying he feels he's underperformed on the day and that's not fun to him, obviously. So, yeah, I think that's what that's in reference to. I don't think Evan's planning on retiring anytime soon.
Evan
he loves the
awesome
sport.
Dumbbell today in the animal cage.
Oh, did he?
He hit 300 pounds.
We tried to get to the animal cage and we literally couldn't reach it. Yeah, like even getting there, we couldn't see anything. So it's a shame we missed it. Yeah. Yeah, never, ever watch the live chat on a Rogue stream. Their channel is so massive. It reaches so many people. And unfortunately, as you know, the more people, 893 people here and it's pleasant. Yeah. This is nice because this is hardcore strongman fandom. But yeah, you reach the masses and it does start to get silly and nasty as well. I just turn it off immediately. Truckers, thank you for the super chat. Is it time to put Mitch Hooper into conversation with Big Z and Brian Shaw?
If he goes on and wins a
Worlds
few more big
again,
shows, I think absolutely.
Yeah.
He's already won everything. He's won every major title there is to win.
Yeah.
Some of them multiple times. I think if he wins another Worlds,
back to back.
I think if he wins another Worlds, he gets into the
top 5
4 or 5.
Yeah, definitely. If he's, I mean, we'd have to crunch the numbers. It's hard because you're comparing different eras,
different generations,
and stuff. Where there are different opportunities.
Yeah.
Where are we? One of the comments on the live were disgusting. Hopefully Rogue gets lots of moderators going forward. It would really only take one consistent one who can sit there the whole time and do it, I think. Like, it would be nice to see it moderated because athletes go back and watch that. Hopefully not at the time, but at some point. So, yeah. Why were the deadlift in pounds and the jerk in kilos? Because the jerk is an Olympic lift where it's always used in kilos, I think is the answer there.
Yeah, it's good. It's a fair question.
Yeah, but if you think of Olympic lift and jerking and thinking about what the records are there, I know this is different because it's strongman. It's always kilos, isn't it?
Yeah.
The live chat took me by surprise. Yeah, the live chat's horrible. Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't put yourself through it. Charles, thank you for the super chat. How many more years do you think Mitch would need to stay and be dominant in the sport to have as winning a record as Big Z?
I don't know that he'll ever have as winning a record as Big Z because Big Z's been around for so long to establish that record. But I think another 2 years, if he stays as dominant as he is, he goes into the chat of being as good as, or being in some people's eyes, the absolute greatest.
Austin with the members comment, great show. Hope to see Max in shape again soon. Yeah, I felt really bad for Max because talking to him the other week, all he wanted was just a solid start to the year.
He said, he wanted to build on this year.
Yeah. Carl, thank you for the super chat. How is Evan mentally? He seemed to have quite a dejected look on him, even a sulky look. And to be fair,
Probably
he's not.
Was.
Yeah,
he's an emotional guy,
yeah,
heart on the sleeve type guy. He was probably pissed off.
Yeah, and some guys hide it. It's different for everyone. Like Evan is right now, he's 3rd at World's Strongest Man.
I used to be absolutely gutted in myself, but I could probably just hide it better than Evan. But all of us hate losing, and you know, it's tough. It's beyond annoying to hear Lucas called a rookie for the first 2 days. First Arnold saw not. He's not a rookie. They mean rookie at that show, to be fair. Yeah. Who was the man on the mic next to Mark Henry? He looked so shocked when Inez dropped the stone on her head. Well, we all were. That's Matt Eiselman, isn't it? Yeah, Matt Eisman. Yeah.
Eisman. How was the arm wrestling?
I didn't really get a chance to see much of the arm wrestling. Been super busy with the strongman stuff. I did pop over, but I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Do you think the carry and drag was too easy with so many finishers?
No,
in fact, like Rogue didn't want to repeat the ball pull. No, I did.
Even the athletes said it was harder than they expected, actually. So,
yeah.
I think they got it right because it wasn't like a stupidly close sprint.
No,
it was good time separating people.
No one got hurt on it.
Only a few, like there were a couple of people that didn't finish, and there were some exceptional performances on it.
And no one got hurt, so I think it was perfect. Yeah. Oh dear. Loz, you're going to arm wrestle Brian at this year's Shaw Classic.
If he wants to, we'll do it.
Where are we? I think with Thor possibly being at this year's World's Strongest Man, we can expect to see a suited max deadlift.
I don't think we will at Worlds, but you never know. I think with the deadlift World Championships happening later in the year, it would be weird to see the max deadlift there as well. And I could see a different type of deadlift, perhaps.
Yeah.
But I don't think we'll just see a standard.
No, you're right. I think you're probably right. Yeah.
Otherwise, if we keep doing deadlift in every comp as well, it gets a bit boring because if we really want to see the record broken, they're going to need time to build up for it. And there's only 10 weeks till Worlds now.
Yeah.
So,
do you have the full name of the Arnold's Pro-Am women's winner? No, I know. We met her today. She's super nice. Got a picture of her and everything. But yeah, your lighting is great right now. Oh, good. It's just the hotel lamp. Why is Max getting invited? Max got invited because he won North America's Strongest Man, beating the likes of Lucas Hatton. So when they're looking at who to bring in, they look at who you beat in the last 12 months. That's how they sort of whittle it down when it's coming into those. Like there's some really obvious ones.
Katie Blunden.
Katie Blunden. There you go.
Very good performance.
Yeah. Do you think it would be better just exclude the stone press? It really seemed to kill the momentum for both men and women's. I don't love the stone press.
I'm not a huge fan of it myself.
It makes me nervous.
To be quite honest, I think the Austrian Oak on its own is a great event. But, you know, I think they just wanted to mix it up because they've done that before. Yeah. So they tried to put the two implements in first to throw people off a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Thank you, Kelly. I love Mark Henry, but his pronunciation of Maxine's name was brilliant. Yeah. I had a moment with Mark Henry today.
Liz is so happy.
I am, guys, this is like the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was walking past, Mark Henry was on a booth and he had a big queue sort of going that way. And I was walking past and he went, Liz. And I looked and I was like, it's Mark Henry knows my name. He remembered my name. And he put his fist out and everyone was watching. I was like, yeah. I couldn't hide the glee from my face. I was like, how cool is that? I mean, you're used to cool people knowing who you are, but only the strong men know who I am usually. Oh. Who was the guy taking pics of Hooper at the end with Arnold? Nobody knows. It's a mystery.
Point of this weekend.
I have to go back and watch the stream because I didn't have a great angle on
Jan
it.
Didn't even know.
No, we were asking Jan this morning. She was like, oh. I mean, he wasn't thrown off by security, so he's clearly someone that is with Arnold. Yeah. Is Mark Henry as lovely a guy as he comes across as?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he really is.
Really nice. Did you ask him about what he thought he could have behind the neck jerked in his prime? No, we didn't ask him. No, that would have been a good question. But he's genuinely super nice. And like, we've hung out with him before at the hotel where he is stopped constantly and he's very, very nice to every single person, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Tim Buck, do you think with how good Lucas was, it showed America's Strongest Man could be a qualifier for World's Strongest Man? I think it should be already the same as Britain's Strongest Man is.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, definitely. There's so much talent. Yeah. Scott with a super chat, thank you. How do you think Hicksy will do at England's Strongest Man?
Hicksy's a great strongman. It depends with Hicksy's head state. If he's in a good mental state, Hicksy's a dangerous man. I think he's had a lot of shit going on this last year and it's probably affected his performance a bit. But if Hicksy's there and wants to be, he's one of the best British strongmen of all time.
I went back and rewatched the deadlift from Rogue and Rebecca's improved so much already working with you.
Thank you very much.
She has. Eric, thank you for the super chat. How high do you think they realistically could have gone on the overhead jerk? I'm thinking between 250 or 260 kilos.
Definitely possible.
That was my guess. Like, because before the event, Mitch always says to me, what's your best guess is? Like, we're just killing time. And I said, I reckon 250, 255. And he goes, nah, not after everything. Like, not today. But I think, having watched it,
I think so.
I think I was right.
Yeah,
I think you're right too.
Yep.
Liz, did you win a prize for the most decibels produced on the sideline by a single human? Cool to hear you shout the contenders on. Was I that loud? Kelsey, Thor's wife, she's louder, surely. She's like, for a small person, she's very loud. Yeah. I don't think I'm that loud.
There's Rebecca.
Where is she?
There she is.
There she is. I've got a half-used bottle of liquid chalk. I don't need if you want it. Rebecca, you can't go in. It's a troll. Let's boot her off. So silly. Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. As a Canadian, seeing Mitch Hooper dominate the last few years in strongman has upped my pride in being a Canadian. Hooper, the strongman, what's that?
Gretzky, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, ice hockey player.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
People laughing at Rebecca. Was there more or less injuries than expected this year?
There wasn't too many injuries. I mean, Maxime hurt his bicep. There was a lot of sore people out there.
A lot of sore people. Bobby hit his head with the jerk.
A bit of concussion.
Yeah.
But there wasn't any sort of major injuries, which is always good.
Yeah. Tom Thor, Lucas, or Luke Richardson, who's most likely to beat Mitch this year? Right now, I'd say Lucas on consistency. But at World's Strongest Man, I would never, ever bet against Tom Strongman. Yeah. Ever.
I'd say with only one pressing event, Thor has a chance.
Definitely, yeah.
But for any of them, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, yeah. What's with the Arnold and Rogues deal with no tachyon stones?
So Jan Todd's husband is the original organizer of it, Terry Todd, and he hated tacky.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Yeah.
He hated the stickiness and the fact that he just wanted people to lift the stone
as they've always been lifted. Yeah.
So that's the reason.
Yeah, and they just continued that tradition. Yeah. Liz, how much did Thor scare you when he roared into the camera? I almost wet myself.
He
was so loud, and he must have looked when I wasn't looking, because I was just like that, because not in his face when he's just coming off an event, and I didn't think he even knew I was filming him. And then, oh God, honestly, shut me up. Please challenge Mark Henry to a thumb war, Liz. Oh, I will. Next time, I definitely will. We feel the way Liz does when meeting Mark Henry when we meet Liz and Lars. Oh, that's nice, thank you. So is Thor officially out of World's Strongest Man? No, he's not officially out of World's Strongest Man. We don't know.
We don't know. But there's possibility that he might do Worlds. There's nothing guaranteed.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see him there. And there is possibility, apparently.
Yeah. Rebecca, I had a blast, and just want to say Loz was absolutely awesome this weekend. The deadlift jumps especially, he put my attempts in for me and chose them perfectly, even if I was unsure about the 611 pounds. Yeah, there you go. That's nice.
I love Rebecca. She's awesome.
Yeah. Who is the women's trophy modelled on? Oh, that's a really good question, because the men's is Lewis Cyr. Louis Cyr.
Yeah, I'd have to check.
I don't know. Someone needs to ask Jan.
I haven't had a good look at the trophy, to be honest.
No, I haven't. What have I done to my hair?
Lots of people commenting about Rebecca.
Yeah. Who do you think the next woman will be to go over 300 kilos on the deadlift?
There's a few getting close.
Yeah.
There's a number of them.
Olga's always right about that. I think Angelica,
she's ridiculous.
She's so damn strong. Yeah. She's so strong.
Did you talk with Odd Haugen? The man is a legend. We always talk with Odd. Good friends with Odd.
Always have a good chat. My wife is watching this right now. Can you relay a message and tell her that I love her? Thanks very much. There you go. Striker Q12 loves you. Lucas Hatton's only going up and up and up. Right, let's try and I'm just going to start focusing on super chats now, guys, to mop things up, because I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Right, World's Strongest Blacksmith, thank you. Do you think Rogue would put money up for someone to go after the bell toe record?
I don't know. The bell toe destroyed a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
I know there's athletes that would like to try it, though.
Yeah.
Who knows? Mm.
There we go. That was the only super chat.
There you go.
Right. Let's go quickly.
Guys, thanks for joining us. I hope you have enjoyed the Arnolds. We head back to the UK tomorrow, don't we?
I've got one more video to make from today. So the last bit of the Pro-Am final. Yeah.
If you understood that, you're a better person than me. And guys, we're a bit tired, so we're going to get some food and have a bit of fun tonight and chill out. And we will see you guys soon. Take care.
Close it down, Lazo. Wrap it up.